Guys, Will Wheaton hosts a secret celebrity D&D game.
How do you know?
Who was there?
Why are you damp?
I was trying to peek in Will's window when he turned the sprinklers on.
Oh, that means they must be really famous.
I'm almost positive I heard William Shatner.
Oh, I wonder who else is playing.
I bet we can use graph theory to determine who Will knows and who's likely to play D&D.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, he's connected to the whole Next Gen cast.
Is this the rest of our night, huh? Oh, no. This is the rest of our lives.
You just wrapped your 276th episode.
Yes.
Officially surpassing Cheers to become the longest-running multi-camera sitcom in television history. So now an easy question. Out of those 276, which one is the most memorable for each of you? Mark has directed like 250 of them, so he has a good pool to choose from.
Yeah, well, I really, it is hard to choose. It's sort of like a Sophie's choice for me. But last year, doing the wedding episode, the Sheldon and Amy getting married, was probably the highlight, not only because of all the guest stars we had, all the talent that we had, but having something like 28 speaking parts in the last final scene, it was a thrill. It was. I felt like a conductor out there trying to keep all the parts working and all the parts moving. And when you see the final product, it's just something I'm really, really proud of.
Mark's choice was obvious to me because he received an Emmy nomination, his first for that episode last year.
Yes, thank you.
What does that feel like?
You're the first multi-camera director in 7 years to get a nomination. Why do multi-camera directing, why does it need to get more respect from the Academy, you think?
Oh, well, that's a really good and tough question to answer. It's things go in cycles, and I really think in the last decade or so, the multi-camera comedy, as difficult as it is to do and do properly, when it works, it's great. And when it doesn't, that's very easy to point to and say, oh, there hasn't been a good comedy on in years. And it's for directors, there's a lot of different muscles for a multi-camera than a single camera show. We are basically shooting a play, if you think about it. We are staging a play, then we are shooting it in front of an audience, a live 250 people, and they tell you immediately if it works or it doesn't work. Single camera directors could spend 7 days shooting, you're out of sequence, you're out of order, you don't even know what it looks like till the editor puts an assembly together, and then even then you're like, oh, is this that funny? Maybe we should try a different take, and you're never quite sure how it works. And in the last 10 years, people have thought of the multi-camera as old-fashioned and old school, which is fine. I disagree with it because I think it's much more difficult to do and be successful with than it is on a single camera.
Okay.
And to that point, even from the actor's perspective, the bad version of a multi-camera is two actors waiting on stage, waiting for their joke, and then trying to make a joke. And the good version of that is, which I think we do well, is a bunch of people on stage having a conversation. You know, and I think Mark has been very, very instrumental in that, in letting us trust the language and actually take the time to have real moments, as opposed to trying to make a joke or trying to tell the audience how funny this is, you know, and I think that goes amiss in the perception of a multi-camera comedy.
Tell us a little bit, each of you, about the evolution of the characters and what you're going to miss about them the most.
You know, obviously Raj has because his starting point was such at a base level, it's been really fun to watch the evolution of this character. I wake up every morning and I get to go on set and play a character that has a real purity and an innocence about him. And in this day and age, it's so rare to actually have the ability to play that, you know, to play a character that is so pure, that is so innocent and so naive some way. And it's so beautiful. It's so much fun, you know. I'm gonna miss most playing him because it allows me to just be happy and feel like it's the safest place in the world for me to be is when stage playing this character, and I'm really gonna miss that.
Melissa?
I still, every tape night, I can't believe I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude for being there. I was a audition for that guest star, having been at the unemployment office the day before, and I never in a million years would I have thought that I'd be here as we come into the final season. And for me, I think I'm going to miss most that Bernadette has sort of been a few steps ahead of me in life. She was a mother before I was. She had to enter back into the workplace as a mother before myself. So I've sort of been able to do a bit of a dress rehearsal in life in Bernadette's shoes before I actually experienced everything. And Bernadette also does things with a lot more aggression than I do. So it's sort of been fun to step into those shoes and been more confrontational than I would ever imagine to be.